Hello! In this video, we'll explore together the historical acts of Paris, starting from Arc de Triomphe along Champs-Elysées Avenue. They say Paris is expensive, but you can make this half-day route without spending a penny. After we reach the Grand Palais and visit the Petit Palais Museum, we will walk on the Alexandre III bridge and visit Madeleine Church. After Concorde Square, we'll finish our route in the Tuileries Gardens. I will also give you some information about each part. All these historical sites you can visit without spending a single cent. We are starting our tour at the Charles de Gaulle Étoile metro station. You can come to the station by metro lines 1, 2, 6 or by the RER A train. Let's visit the Arc de Triomphe first. Here we are at Charles de Gaulle Square, and this is the famous Arc de Triomphe. The former name of this big square was Étoile. It means star in English, because 12 avenues start from here, forming the figure of a star. Arc de Triomphe is located in the center of Charles de Gaulle Square, and there is an underpass on the Champs-Elysées Avenue. You can use it to access the monument safely. You can also climb to the top of the arc with a ticket, but in high season there will be a long queue for that. So you can skip the queue and have a closer look at the arc for free. The Arc de Triomphe honors those who fought and died for France in the French Revolutionary and Napoleonic Wars. The names of all French victories and generals are inscribed on its inner and outer surfaces. It was designed by Jean Chalgrin in 1806. It was inspired by the Arc of Titus in Rome, Italy, but Arc de Triomphe is much more bigger. Peace of 1815 by Antoine X commemorates the Treaty of Paris, which was concluded in that year. The Resistance of 1814 by Antoine X commemorates the French resistance to the Allied armies during the War of the Sixth Coalition. You can see the names of victorious and victorious generals inscribed on the wall of the arc to commemorate. The tombs of unknown soldiers are visited each year by the French president in official commemoration. The Victory of 1810 by Jean-Pierre Cortot celebrates the Treaty of Schönbrunn. This group features Napoleon crowned by the Goddess of Victory. We can see all of the Champs-Elysées Avenue, starting from here down to the Concorde Square, where the Luxor obelisk is standing. The sculptural group named La Marseillaise by François Rude. It celebrates the cause of First French Republic during the 10th August uprising. Above, the Volunteers is the Vinci personification of liberty. This group served as a recruitment tool in the early months of First World War and encouraged the French to invest in war loans. So that is Arc de Triomphe briefly. We will take the same underpass to return back to Champs-Elysées Avenue to continue our tour. Champs-Elysées Avenue is about 2 kilometers long and 70 meters wide. It is called the most beautiful avenue in the world by many people. It is one of the most famous streets in Paris and a symbol of elegance and prestige. The avenue is home to many national and international luxury brands. The avenue was first designed in 1667 by André Le Nôtre, the landscape architect of King Louis XIV, to extend the Tuileries Gardens. It was inspired by the Greek mythology's Elysian fields, the paradise for heroes. Then in 1724, the avenue was extended to the current Place de l'Étoile, where the Arc de Triomphe now stands. Under Napoleon III, urban planner Baron Haussmann transformed it into a modern boulevard with grand buildings and improved infrastructure in the 19th century. The unique architecture of the buildings on the avenue is also noteworthy, so don't forget to keep an eye on them. The avenue became a major hub for shopping, business, and tourism. Did you know that around 300,000 people visit the avenue daily, summing up to almost 100 million visitors per year? Paris City has renovation projects to make the avenue more pedestrian-friendly and environmentally more sustainable. Every year, the avenue hosts important events like Bastille Day military parade on the July the 14th. It is also the finish line for the Tour de France. Every December, the avenue is decorated with colorful lights for the New Year celebrations. Avenue Montaigne, an important street for fashion lovers. This is the street where the Christian Dior brand was born. Now we are at the Champs-Elysées Clemenceau metro station. We see Grand Palais and Petit Palais together. The statue of Charles de Gaulle welcomes us. He freed France in the Second World War and he is the founder of the Fifth French Republic. This is Grand Palais. It is used as an exhibition hall and museum complex. It was built between 1897 and 1900 for the Universal Exhibition of 1900. Grand Palais is known for its Beaux-Arts architecture. It has a huge, stunning glass-domed roof on a steel framework. Its ornate stone facade is magnificent, as you see. It hosts art exhibitions, cultural events, fashion shows, and temporary exhibitions. During New Year time, it has turned into a huge ice skating rink. Thousands of people came here and enjoyed the light shows, music, and skating. Right across Grand Palais stands the Petit Palais. It houses the City of Paris Museums of Fine Arts. This is a free admission museum for its permanent collections. You can spare around 1 hour for the museum visit. The museum exhibits works of art by the famous Rembrandt, Robin, Delacroix, Monet, Cézanne, and Rodin, among others. Petit Palais has a cozy garden with a beautiful cafe, but it's mostly crowded in high season. At the two ends of the Petit Palais, we see the statues of Georges Clemenceau and Winston Churchill. From the riverside of Petit Palais, it is possible to see the gorgeous bridge named Pont Alexandre III. It is one of Paris's most elegant and historically significant bridges. The bridge connects the Champs-Élysées with Les Invalides, the 7th arrondissement here, and the Eiffel Tower area. It was constructed for Universal Exposition of 1900. The bridge follows the grand and decorative Beaux-Arts style. There are golden-winged horses on tall pillars at each corner. They symbolize art, science, commerce, and industry. It has a single-span arc of 107 meters, ensuring an unobstructed view of the Seine and the surrounding landmarks. Elegant street lights enhance the bridge's beauty, especially at night. Sculptures along the bridge represent figures from French and Russian mythology. It is named after Alexander III, who had initiated the Franco-Russian alliance in 1892. It represents the strong diplomatic ties of the epoch between France and Russia. It became a cultural icon over time. It was featured in movies like Midnight in Paris, James Bond, and several fashion campaigns. It is also often used for wedding photo shoots, events, and celebrations today. For those getting tired after a long walk, there is a beautiful park to pose in Champs-Elysées Gardens right across the Petit Palais. We will continue our tour by passing through Concorde Square. On Rue Royale, just before arriving at Madeleine Church, we see the Village Royale. It is a small passage with luxury stores and restaurants in it. Especially during New Year time, it has beautiful decorations and is a preferred spot to take pictures. Now we are in front of the Madeleine Church. The church is dedicated to Saint Mary Magdalene. The exterior has a squared neoclassical style. More than 52 columns surround the temple. On the front facade, the pediment is decorated with nice large sculptures. The church is located close to Concorde Square and the Madeleine metro station, and you can spare around half an hour for the visit. We are back to Concorde Square. This is the biggest square in Paris, and it is at the end of Champs-Élysées. This is where more than 1,100 people were executed by guillotine during the French Revolution, including a king, the Louis XVI, and the Queen Marie Antoinette. The centerpiece of the Place de la Concorde is an ancient Egyptian obelisk decorated with hieroglyphs. It was a diplomatic gift from Egyptian government in 1829, and it was erected in 1836. The obelisk is 23 meters high and weighs over 250 tons. After the obelisk, two neoclassical fountains, inspired by the fountains of Rome, were designed and built. The fountains illustrate the great rivers of France and were placed in the same place of the guillotine that executed Louis XVI. Right across the river, National Assembly of France is located. Place de la Concorde has an entrance to the Tuileries Garden. And this is where our tour ends. Everyone can rest and have a picnic in this beautiful garden for free. Thank you for watching, and I hope to meet you in my next video.